do you advise children to run away from the house?
Yes.
Do you advise that they leave the house?
Yes, now. That's the best thing. It's better to be alive than to be dead. You understand? Are you aware there are more male children? The boy children are suffering sexual abuse than the girl child.
That is another
but
topic.
We pay no attention to that. He said before the commissioner of police in Imo State, when we involved the commissioner of police, a very compassionate man. That's it in Imo. He's a very compassionate and loving man.
Oh my God.
When we involved him, he said these children have committed no sin. That journalists I answered, he said I should take them.
Hello, my esteemed viewers. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching me from today. I am Princess Annabelle. I'm reporting live from the Governor TV on Say It With Your Full Chest. You know, would always say it as it is. So right here in the studio with me, I have a very stately personality, Mr. Chidi Ebube Ukeoma, who is the founder of Stand for Humanity Foundation. Mr. Chidi Ebube, you're welcome to the Governor's TV.
Thank you. I'm in love with this your voice.
Thank you so much, sir. So today, guys, we'll be talking about a very, very, very dicey yet very sensitive topic, and it's about the maltreating of especially the female children who have been handed over by their parents to maybe a guardian, someone else maybe to take care of them and all that, and then they get all of those maltreatments. Mr. Chidi Ebube has been, in fact, in the war front. He has been ahead of the game and has always brought this up on his social media platform. And we see how some of these girls are being saved from this terror that take care of them. Sir, I have seen you. We have seen all you do on social media. I must really applaud your sense of humanity, the way you go in and bring these children, salvage them from the hands of their guardians. Maybe, I don't know how this whole thing happens, sir. The first question I want to ask is, why do parents give out their children in the first place? What made you, what makes you feel a parent should have a right to give out this child?
So many circumstances are involved. One is poverty.
Okay.
The topmost on the list is poverty. When a family is poor, they intend to give out their children to people they think that are better than them, that will be able to give them better education and better care. And when these people are coming to take these minors, they will always vow and promise that they are going to give them the best of care and education. Some even go ahead to even swear with their lives and that of their late parents.
Jesus.
But once they have come with them into the city, the reverse become the case. They turn them absolutely into slaves. You understand? These are children who are not staying with their parents. There are also a set of children who stay with their parents. They stay with their parents, and these ones are also being maltreated by the household. There are also children who stay with their father. Probably their mother is late, and they are being maltreated by their stepmothers. So there are a lot of
categories
to it. But the most important here is as a result of poverty. When a family that cannot be able to afford 3 square meters for a family of 3 persons have up to 7 persons, they have to feed every day. So they resort to child labor. I call it child labor because that is child labor. They resort to child labor. And once these ones are in turn, they begin to maltreat them.
Can imagine.
But it takes a devilish heart to maltreat a child.
A child in the first place, yes.
To the extent of even dehumanizing them, battering them.
In fact.
You understand? Using weapons on them, using hot water, scalding their bodies and what have you.
Hot water?
Yes, now. Then, what do you call it? Starving them. Locking them out of houses and what have you. There are a lot of them now. Things are happening. There was one I handled, and that was why I found out that devil is human being itself. Not even the devil possesses somebody.
And that's what I wanted to ask. Which particular story really brought tears to your eyes?
There are many of them. But I can't imagine. There was one I treated in Obins. I can't imagine a woman maltreating a 7-year-old girl, 7-year-old, to the extent of breaking her skull.
Breaking the skull.
Breaking her skull. And this is somebody, that's, for example, this is now your sister's daughter.
Family.
Yes, family, direct sibling. That's the girl is a daughter to the woman's, I don't know whether elder or younger sister. Do you understand? She broke her skull. That what did she accuse that 7? A girl of 7 years. You can imagine the rationality. Breaking her skull, and what gets me angry in this kind of case is that you inflict this kind of injuries on these minors, and you behave as if nothing
happened in the first place.
As she broke her skull,
yes,
she still asked her to go to the next street and buy something for her. That was how people saw the 7-year-old girl, and contacted me, and we moved in. So there are a lot of them, but that particular one, that 7-year-old girl, child, minor, 7-year-old.
Oh my God!
That one really broke me. It broke me. It's quite unfortunate. I can't really phantom them when you begin to ask them. When you get them arrested and begin to ask them questions, they begin to accuse a certain devil that is on his own. It's very unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate.
It's very, very unfortunate.
So moving forward, I know there are a lot of these little voices that nobody has heard. They are still there. How do they find you? Because I know there are aunties on the street who want to go say something, but they don't know who to reach out to. So now you're here. Could you kindly tell us where I could go in case I have seen things like this happen and I want to reach out to someone to save a life?
It's very simple now. We are in the era of the new media, the digital media. For me, reach out to me on all my social media handles. Just Chidebu Bokoma, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Yes.
But the best is go to the nearest police station.
That's the best.
The best, go to the nearest police station. Or if you have access to National Human Rights Commission, this office is in Port Harcourt Road, go to them. Do you understand?
Yes.
Why we are able to do this is because we made ourselves available. Do you understand? Not minding the logistics involved.
I understand.
So the best. But the problem we have is that people are not really speaking out. That's the problem. Number of cases that are not in public glare are many. Are above the ones that are in public glare.
Oh my God.
There are many of them. There are ones you will come in, they will begin to beg you that it's a family matter. Do you understand?
They come out and tell you that?
Yes, nah.
You don't take it out?
Let's settle. We don't take it out. Things like that.
And the damage has already been done.
Yeah, the damage has been done now. But the most notorious is defilement.
Defiling the child?
Yes, defilement. Now, imagine a father defiling a daughter. You know what that means?
Have you also seen such cases?
What do you mean? There are many of them now. There are uncountable number of them. Not everything we treat are in public glare.
Oh, really?
Not everything we treat are in public glare. Not everything we treat are in public glare. Things have gone astray. People have been, I don't know, maybe it's because of this the economy. People are now ventilating the anger on innocent children, transfer of aggression and
it's unfortunate.
It's very, very unfortunate.
So when a child tends to run away from the house, because I've had situation where you hear the child ran away from the house because of maltreatment.
Yes.
Do you advise children to run away from the house?
Yes.
Do you advise that they leave the house?
Yes, now. That's the best thing. Now, it's better to be alive than to be dead. You understand? In journalism, we say no news is worth the life of the reporter. Anything you can do in an event or in a circumstance to make sure you are alive is the best for you. If the house is too hot for you, run away now. Run away to the nearest neighbor who can save you. Run to the nearest church that can save you. Run to the nearest police station that can
save you.
Run to the nearest influential person within your neighborhood that can save you. That's the best now. That's the best. Through maltreatment and torture, many people have killed children and tagged them, maybe one domestic
witch or something.
So the best. Advocate a child runs away if his life is no longer safe. But once, as you are running away, run to a place that you can be saved.
You can be saved.
Do you understand?
That's the most important thing.
Run to the place you can be saved. That's the most important. I've always advocated. Do not go and take a child you cannot take care of.
In the first place.
It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. The one that we handled 3 days ago, that girl should be 10 years. Her madam, who is heavy or pregnant, maltreated that girl and inflicted injuries on her.
10 years.
Yes, that one happened in Afro here now. And we arrested her with New Aware Divisional Police Headquarters.
My God.
She's heavy and she's maltreating this 10-year-old child. Maltreatment, not just maltreatment, she battered her. She battered her. That girl's head was swollen and with knife cuts all over.
Knives.
Yes, that's what we see. That's what we see. But the truth is that we need a lot of advocacy, reorientation. People need to be speaking out. People are not really speaking out. There's this I don't care attitude we have in this part of the world.
Exactly.
Says it is not me.
It's none of my business.
You'll be in
even in the same compound.
You'll be in the same compound. You see somebody maltreating a child, maltreating somebody, you will not speak out. You will not speak out at all. People will even, sir, we want to tell you, please keep me anonymous. I say, beautiful. Keeping you anonymous is not the issue. Our interest is to rescue the child. Our interest is to make sure the child does not die. You understand? People live in fear. They don't like speaking out. People display all sorts of lackadaisical dispositions in issues that do not directly affect them. But that is wrong.
That is wrong.
Yes. It is even a crime to see a crime happening and you don't speak out. That's what people don't know.
You're supporting the crime
somehow. Yes, you're supporting it. You're supporting it. When a child is being maltreated, when a child is being battered, when a child is being dealt with,
oh God,
you have to speak out. The law even empowers you to arrest the person. Yes, that's the
okay.
position.
You can arrest the person.
Yes, you can arrest and hand over to law enforcement agents. If you don't have the capacity to arrest, invite law enforcement agents to arrest.
Some of us don't. Just like you said, I don't even know I have.
No, you have the power.
Have the right to do.
You have the power to arrest
someone for maltreating.
Yes.
Before going to the police.
Yeah, exactly. You arrest. You hand over to police immediately.
Good to know.
Yes, it's as simple as that. These are very simple things. But people don't really understand until the deed is done. So it's quite an unfortunate circumstance. But we must continue to sojourn. We must
save as much as we can.
We must continue to push. Do you understand? We must continue.
Thank you.
Wherever you see evil happening, do not keep calm. Do not say it does not concern you. Do you understand? It does not even literally. It's not literally about a girl child being maltreated. There was a case we handled. I don't know if you remember the set of twins we released from hospital sometime in October.
Yes, we saw that too.
The doctor said he was not going to release them, but we told him that is hostage taking.
What was his reason, sir?
His reason was
yes,
he wanted to compromise the identity of the twins for his own for his own gain, for his own financial breakthrough. But we said no. Some such things are not going to happen. We do not fight for people because we know them, because we fight for them because it is biblical and it is morally right to be done.
Yes.
Do you understand? You don't compound somebody's woe simply because of financial difficulty.
So they were owing the hospital?
Yes, they were owing the hospital delivery bill. And when Nigerians assisted us, compassionate Nigerians assisted us, we stepped in to pay the hospital bill and let the children go. The man skyrocketed the hospital bill in a bid to frustrate us so that we could leave. And he will continue to hold the children up to the point that they will no longer have any other option than to leave the children for him.
For him?
Yes, now. He said before the commissioner of police in Imo State, when we involved the commissioner of police, a very compassionate man. That CP in Imo is a very compassionate and loving man.
Oh my God.
When we involved him, he said, these children have committed no sin. That journalists I asked, I said, I should take them home immediately.
Oh my God.
Before the CP, he acknowledged, because the mother of the child, who is also a small girl, was told the CP that the medical doctor was always telling her to put pen to paper in exchange for the hospital, in exchange for the delivery bill, so that he could leave the children for him. The man said he said that, but he jokingly said it. No, the CP said such a weighty joke allegation must be investigated. Yes. So there are a lot of evils going on everywhere. Do you understand?
Yes,
what do you also say about a stepmom dehumanizing, battering her stepdaughter simply because she cooked without her permission, cooking of rice without her permission? You didn't remember that one as well? a stepmom, an Imo teacher. Now the one we are prosecuting at Imo State Magistrate
Yes,
Court.
I saw that.
Yes, now she dehumanized that child, disfigured her, battered her, used hot water, scattered all over her body. The child nearly died. 12-year-old Amarachi. Are you not acquainted with that matter? Maybe you started following me recently. So this one is even happening in the girl's father's house, simply because this girl's father is late. Sorry, this girl's mother is late. This one is happening in her own father's house. The woman wanted to kill her. Why would she cook without her permission? Rice without her permission, and she disfigured that girl. That girl's body, including her vagina, was seriously affected. There were, I wouldn't want to say this thing on. There were some of medical concerns raised when we diagnosed her at the Imo State General Hospital. It's our prayer that girl will be able to bear children tomorrow. She really dealt with that child.
My goodness.
And that was why we beat our chest and said that woman must face the law. It doesn't matter the logistics and the financial involvement. The woman must. Today she's being prosecuted.
Yes.
She was in court 2 days ago.
Justice for Amarachi.
Yes, the matter was adjourned to 4th of February for continuation of a cross-examination. So a lot of evil things are happening. Wow. But the most annoying aspect is that people are not ready to help. When you see something, you don't say, how are you going to help people? How are you going to help these children? They are vulnerable.
They are vulnerable.
So how will you help them when you don't speak out?
When you don't speak out.
Ourselves, we have made ourselves available. Report to us. Tell us. You wouldn't want to talk to us. At times you will talk. You wouldn't want to your name mentioned. Our own name should be mentioned as long as it is for justice. Let our names be mentioned.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
The joy is that tomorrow we'll look back and said we have meaningfully imparted humanity. That's the joy. That's the take home. Do you understand? That's the take home.
Yes.
That's the take home. What do you also talk about? A husband and wife agreeing to sell a child upon delivery. A child that is in the womb. The baby has not been delivered. But this couple have agreed within themselves to sell the child upon delivery. And nature is very
God.
The child refused to be alive. The child died while in the womb.
How did you find this? How did you know?
I'm a journalist, so we don't review the sources of our information.
Okay.
Yes, I know. People speak. The biggest oath in journalism is protecting the source of your information.
Yes, sure.
That's even if under the knife there are sources you must not
mention. It's
so,
all right, sir.
So these things are happening.
So finally, I want to ask you. Let me just round up. What advice do you have for mothers who are still giving birth to children? As we're talking now, there are still people who would say, thank you. And at the end of the day, only other Zora gear and
I found out that poor people give birth more. I found out that in my frustration and poverty will always make every time you always up and you want to do the do. So I have always advocated that do not give birth to a number of children you cannot be able to take care of. But once a child is involved, I no longer talk about the mistakes of the fathers. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The interest is the babies. Like multiple cases of vulnerable nursing mothers we rescued from hospitals where they are kept. We do that because of the sake of that children. My own mother, my own father also told me stories about how I was giving birth to. So if help was not rendered, I wouldn't have been alive. So the interest is about the child and the child. Let's do our best to get the child out of the woods. So once you do that, you can now go ahead and reprimand the parents.
Definitely.
But the thing is that do not give birth to a child. You don't have the capacity, the means and the way with that to take care of now. You see what is happening all over. Somebody will take your child. He will promise you he's going to take care of the child. Once the child is handed over to him or her, he turns the child into a slave, serious slave. Most of these children hawking on the street.
They don't go to school.
Amarachi was out of school for 3 years. We just enrolled her in school.
I saw her in her uniform and everything.
Yeah, the child, her sister, were out of school for 3 years in her own father's house.
Not even a government school, sir.
Not even a government school. Children who have a stepmother as a secondary school teacher refuse to understand.
The stepmother is a teacher already.
Is a teacher. refuse to understand the importance of girl child education. So you see that
Maybe
things are so unfortunate.
So
So
unfortunate.
do not take care of a child. Do not give
take your
birth.
child.
Do not give birth to a child you lack capacity to take care of.
Mm.
Because that, see, let me tell you, no matter what you do, nobody can love your child more than you. That's the truth of the matter. Nobody can love your child more than you. It takes a very infinitesimal percentage in terms of people who take care of other people's children as theirs.
Mm.
Very infinitesimal percentage.
Definitely.
Very, very infinitesimal percentage.
So you are saying if you are drinking Gary at home,
Yes.
drink your Gary with your
Yes,
child.
drink your Gary with your child. But the most importantly, what you want to do, they do. What you want to do, they do. Remember that the economy is hard. Are you not even aware that big men give birth to 1, 2? If I mention top money bags in this Imo state who have only two children, 2, 1, 2, 1. But you see this okeke mgbafa na mgbe okeke, you see them giving birth to 9, 10, 11, 12, and now do you understand? Because here Maligel every time and they find somewhere to be. So why you even want to? Just remember that the economy is so harsh that we are in Tinubu economy.
Definitely.
You know, where things are rising every day. Every day, prices of goods and services in the market are so expensive. You understand?
Yes.
If you're not in public glare, you will not understand.
So
people are going through a lot.
Sir.
If I open my inbox to you, see people are going through a lot. You know, the most difficult state of life is the state of hopelessness.
Definitely.
Do you understand? Even if you have no 1 naira in your pocket, and you know you are hopeful that before the dawn of the day, that you will have food on your table. You won't commit suicide.
True.
Do you understand?
Yes,
but the most difficult is the state of hopelessness. There are people who do not have food on their table and they do not know where their next meal will come from.
True.
That's the most difficult. I have a lot of them. Do you understand? I have a lot of them. I have many of them. I have a lot of them who emboss me and say they want to take their lives because of these circumstances.
And I'm trying to also, in fact, I wanted to ask how you were able to manage all of these stories coming together. It's mentally and health-wise, otherwise.
One is when God fills you with the spirit of compassion, you have no option. That's the most important thing. When God fills you with the spirit of compassion,
Definitely.
You have no option.
You're not doing this on your own, right?
No. If within me, I know I cannot do it. Within me, if you give me option of doing these things, I cannot do them. Do you understand? But when God is involved, He will not leave you stranded.
At all.
2 days ago, a man called me from Germany, who is from Anambra State, and gave me 200,000 for that orphan. That was an orphan
that was homeless.
I rescued. Yes, I rescued on my birthday. I said it was going to be my birthday
gift. Yes.
So somebody, a man who is from Oko in Anambra State, who lives in Germany. So that was why I was telling people. There are people also who I reach out to. They will first of all ask me, where is the person from? More especially politicians. If the person is not from your area, and wouldn't, yes,
really,
they will not help. So, but you, for example, look at this case study now. This man lives in Germany. He lives in Munich. And he's from Oko in Anambra State. And the girl we are talking about is an Imo girl who is from Isi Alamban. Do you understand? But he said he was touched by the girl's predicament. And he sent me 200,000 to rent an apartment. So that is, it's not even about the amount of the money. It's about the level of compassion. That is what humanity signifies. Do you understand? You don't need to help people because you know them. Do you understand? I wrote the other day, I said the best kind of kindness is best rendered to people who do not have the capacity, the capability, the means, and the wherewithal to reciprocate.
Definitely.
When you help people who, you know, until Jesus comes, they do not have the capacity to reciprocate. That is the best kind of, you understand, kindness you can extend.
Give to someone.
The Bible records in Christ's earthly missionary journey that Jesus, when he was on earth, only went about doing good. Do you understand? You can't say you are a Christian and you are spirit filled and you can't go about doing good.
No matter how little.
No matter how little. Now, you don't need to have money to help people. Do you understand? You are driving, you are going to church, and you see somebody's car in a ditch with his whole family, maybe with a pregnant wife, and you cannot stop by and help that man get his car out of the ditch. What are you going to church to worship? Who are you going to worship? Are you going to give it a Chineke Edema? What are you? Is it not a hypocrisy?
It is.
It is. So let's be filled with the spirit of compassion. Do you understand? Be filled with the spirit of compassion. That is what humanity talks about. The best religion in the world is about humanity. Nothing else. Nothing else. Do you understand? Nothing else. If it does not revolve around humanity, you are not doing anything.
And that is it.
You're not doing anything.
In the first place, yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. You've really spoken a lot, and I'm sure those who be watching will be learning a lot. Guys, please, we are here, my people. This story is really hot. You've heard it right from the horse's mouth. Children are suffering from the hands of those you give them to. Mothers, parents, please, I'm begging you, take note henceforth and take care of your child yourself. No matter how you are able to feed your children.
And again, these parents should visit their children where they are staying unannounced.
Okay, unannounced.
Yes, now when you visit them, you are going to be marveled with the kind of revelations you will see. Or you have people within the neighborhood that will assist
because
you.
These children are totally cut off from their parents completely.
Yes,
they don't communicate.
They don't communicate now. And even if they communicate, or maybe the time they will invite you, they will go and sew new clothes for them and make them to be eating on the dining table while they eat on the floor and in the kitchen.
Jesus.
So come unannounced. Don't say my son or my daughter is in my brother's house who is a rich man. No.
Hey.
Even the rich ones are the ones do no manner of favor. Come unannounced. Come unannounced. I have people who will be giving you information. You find out that these children are going through hell. You know, Nigeria already is a hellfire. Then you are going through is a double hell. See, these children are going through hell.
Oh my God.
And it's quite unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
But the most important is better you stay with your child.
It's better no matter
the condition and circumstance.
Yes, stay with your child.
Stay with your child. That's the best. Nobody. I found that nobody can take care of anybody's child more than the biological parents. It's as good as that. Because in every moment, there are moments in life when you yourself, you are frustrated. You are going through one burden or the other.
Or maybe marriage breaking up and all that.
Then the child's late to misbehavior. But what is your child? But that doesn't mean also that biological parents do not maltreat their children. We have also handled such cases.
Biological parents?
Yes, now we have handled such cases too. The law is very clear on it. Whether it is the child is your biological child or not, you have no right whatsoever to maltreat a child, to batter a child, to abuse a child. You have no right at all. You have no right at all.
So don't start the child a little and give some space. Is that also?
Yes.
But once you start using objects like
no,
right?
No. See, there are many.
Some people don't even understand the level of
beating
that they can give to their child.
Once you beat a child to the extent that you inflict injuries and cause he or her bodily pain, bodily injury, is a pure case of child abuse. Yes, it's a pure case of child abuse.
Really?
To even start with, you don't even lay your hands. You don't even lay your hand.
In this part of Nigeria?
Yeah, that is what the law says.
You don't lay your hand on your child?
Yes, you don't lay. That's what the law says. But as Africans, you can lay your hand on your child, but at a minimum level.
Spread the rod.
You don't even lay at all. But there are ways you can maltreat your child. You can decide to seize his or her toys. Do you understand? His or her plate. Things like that. The
iPads and the laptops
and those things like that. You can decide to say, we are not going to give you lunch.
With this pattern of discipline work in this pattern?
Why won't it work? Why didn't we? See, these children are emotional. There are ways. I will no longer call you my son. Don't call me your father again. You see the child coming back to bed. Daddy, I'm sorry. There are ways you can discipline. It mustn't be with
chains.
Now, when you beat this child this way, you are emboldening them. Have you not found out that children who are raised in such circumstances become more emboldened and become terror in the society when they grow up?
Because they've seen it all.
Yes, now a child needs to be shown love.
Definitely. At all times.
Now,
a child needs to be shown love.
Yes.
Please let love continue to lead. As a guardian, if you have any child under your care or custody, they should go to school. It is the right of every girl child to go to school.
Even the boy child,
yes.
My boy child. I want to say this thing. See, there is a gang up against the boy child.
No.
There is a gang up against the boy child. Maybe we'll talk this in on another section, but there is a gang up. Every child deserves equal rights.
Definitely.
Are you aware there are
Male.
more male children. The boy children are more are suffering sexual abuse than the girl child.
That is another
but
topic,
we pay no
actually,
attention to that. We
aspect.
pay no attention to that. Parents will spend their whole time educating their child how
Girl child
somebody should,
sex
the girl
education.
child, how somebody should not touch inappropriately, and refuses to also educate the boy child.
Because it just started now.
It's not about
just an eye opener.
No, we tend to give the girl child more attention.
So
than
you
the
mean
boy
boys
child.
are also harassed sexually,
What are you
little
saying?
children?
See, we are men. Ask these men here. If you ask them about their sexual life, they will tell you. Not be joke, they tell you. Ask more male, more male children, male children. Ask them about the first time their sexual experience as infants. You see them, then are these big aunties.
Big aunties. I've not heard this.
We
before.
be men now. When we stay together, we they discuss. Not be joke, they tell you. And we see these things are common. Big aunties, big aunties defiling these children because you don't see it as anything. I just tell you to.
Are you serious?
Yes. My advocacy is that equal attention, equal opportunity, equal care should be given to the boy and the male children. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because there's this understanding. There's this understanding that the boy child can always survive in any circumstance. Nkechi is in IMSU, John is in IMSU, and once they want to go back to school, daddy gives Nkechi 50,000 and gives John 5,000 and say he's a man. He will survive. What I try to teach him? Oh, yeah, I got snatch phone in IMSU junction. Is it not what you're trying to teach him? So give them equal child. Let me tell you, when you adequately raise a girl child and you don't adequately leave a boy child, how do you think the marriage is going to work? It takes a properly raised boy child and a properly raised girl child for a marriage to flourish. True. So equal attention should be given to the both. You understand? It shouldn't be gender bias. It shouldn't be the girl child. Okay. If somebody tells you now, if your son tells you now, mommy, this uncle or this auntie has sexually abused me, you take it as nothing. But that's a law. I don't why now. Give power bottle. So you get mad today. But that is wrong.
So there are women out there who sexually harass.
Hey,
we haven't seen these stories on air,
see, we are closer with the people. We are close. Ask. Don't worry. When you publish this, and you will see responses now. The boy child. If they tell you the first time they had their sexual orientation, you will marvel.
So it's not what we are saying.
What are you saying?
In secondary school,
the auntie na Akojano has stated. We know these things. This, so equal opportunity should be given. It's not funny.
Hey God,
it's not funny.
No,
it's not funny. I'm telling you now.
Seriously,
I'm telling you. As men who are big aunties, who are big to them.
At what age, Sags? Exactly.
We are even talking about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ages. Yes, now. See, when we stay together, they drink, we share this experience. I'm not telling you things. I don't want. If not, this is a public space. I would have mentioned names. It's not a joke now. Not be a joke. I tell you. 5, 6. Yeah, no. Some even go as far as the boy child as small as he is. I will say it. No, it's not about being raw. The child will not peel inside her. Cases have happened now. Don't worry. Don't worry. Not be joke. I tell you now. No,
the begin will peel inside.
Yes, serious peeling now. Because that child is not, that boy is not at the age of. You understand what I mean? He's not the age of excreting spermatozoa and what have you.
Yes.
The boy will spill inside. Not be joke. Not be men who will be.
Oh my God. This is the very first time all my life I'm hearing this.
They close now. They street. If they street, you go to hear them. Boys yes, so equal opportunity should be given to the both sexes, both gender. That's my advocacy.
Thank you,
and
sir.
I want to carry on with this advocacy.
Thank you.
Do you understand? Very soon I'm going to carry out programs where parents, guardians should be properly informed that give equal opportunities to both gender of your children, both the boy and the girl child. Don't say the boy cannot. When you say the boy can always survive, you want him to become the next Anini. Why does he survive? That's why you see more men, more boys taking to courtism.
True.
That is why you see more men taking to all forms of criminality.
True.
Do you understand?
True.
Because there's this thinking that the boy will always survive. The boy will always survive. How can he always survive when you don't properly take care of him? You're trying to check Nkechi 50,000 after 1 week. That day I say, how are you feeling? Yeah, call here another 50. The same chick and one place. Enyi ya nwoke my sugar daddy my boyfriend na-enyekwa more money. Then John as work ibe mo we shikwe na 5,000 na nyekwe baby ya 2 or 3,000. Give una nwe ego ji.
Die.
Umo ka itala hu. The Lord should help us.
Amen. So people, if you see something, please say something. Mr. Chidebube is here. You can always reach out to him on his social media platform. Please, we will tag him along in this video so you can reach out to him in case you are living in an area or a compound where a child is being maltreated.
Yes.
I beg your pardon. It doesn't matter where you are.
Proximity is not a barrier.
Please reach out as soon as possible. Save a life now. Okay, so that's all we'll be thinking on Say It With My Full Chest right here in the Governor TV. I'll see you later, and of course, you know how it be now. As long as we see something, we will definitely say it. Bye-bye for now, and God bless you.
Thank you.